First of all, let me introduce background of China. China is a country in East Asia. According to the CIS, the World Factory, the area of China is 9.5 million kilometers squares. The president of China is Mr. President Xi Jinping. He becomes president almost 6 years since March 14, 2013 until now. The chart shows the rate of growth of China in 10 years from 2008 until 2018. From 2008 until 2010, China growing by 10.6%. Since then, the rate of growth has clearly slowed down in 6.6% in 2018. It is the lowest rate of growth in 10 years. The total population of China in 2018 is estimated 1.39 billion people.
Man has a greater than woman, which is 770 million people, while woman has 675 million people. Now, I'm going to explain about China national income. Based on gross domestic product (GDP) at purchasing power parity (PPP), China ranks at first place that gets 27.331 trillion incomes. So now let's take a look at GDP based on per capita. China ranks at 73 place with 19,520 USD. There are three major sectors in China, which are primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. For primary sector, it has 7.9% of agriculture. For secondary sector, it has 40.5% of manufacturing industry. For tertiary sector, it has 51.6% of service industry. The official name for Chinese currency is renminbi, which is abbreviated to RMB. In addition, the most widespread international usage is yuan, which is abbreviated to CNY. So, we can see that China is the main country that produces a lot of goods and service.
Based on World Bank website, it shows that the maximum rate of unemployment between 2008 to 2018 is 4.7, while the minimum rate of unemployment between 2008 to 2018 is 4.4. It shows that China has faced a problem of unemployment.
Unemployment is a serious social issue in China recent years. There are a few reasons that cause the rate of unemployment in China has increased. The first reason is youth unemployment. In the past, low-skilled population may easy to find the job, but when the country's economic stagnation, they might find difficulty in maintaining or search their job. But when the country's economic stagnation, they might face difficulty in seeking or maintaining the jobs. After that, young people are also not willing to take low quality or low pay jobs and willing to stay unemployment because they think it's not worthy for their education that they have. So it has caused the rate of unemployment in China has increased. The second reason is the increasing of robotic production. In the past, the government was more concerned with making jobs available to the country's large pool of low-skilled workers, especially young migrants from the rural regions. But as the companies start to complain about labor costs and the shrinking labor force, Automation is seen as the answer of this problem. Because of this, it has increased the rate of unemployment in China as the company want to use more robotic force than labor force.
The third reason of unemployment in China is global economic crisis. The financial crisis can be defined as price fell sharply, businesses and consumers were unable to repay their debts. According to the research, at the beginning of 2009, the number of unemployed immigrants exceeded 20 million, accounting for about 40% of total population is lost their jobs.
For years, workers have been drawn to the cities by better jobs and higher wages. Now, some are wondering whether it's worth leaving their villages again.
Spring Festival is the biggest celebration in the Chinese calendar, when hundreds of millions of workers leave factories and building sites and return home to their families. But this year, those reunions will be tinged with anxiety. Thanks to the economic downturn, many of these workers simply don't know if they'll have jobs to come back to.
For your information, there is no problem with inflation in China because the latest rate of inflation in China is 2.075. It shows that China has a normal rate of inflation. We are from BA1183G4.